Goodbye, Core i3, my good old friend, because I got a Core i5, finally. I was waiting for so long to have one of these processors, the second generation of Intel Core processors. For I think that more than 2 years I've been using a Core i3 530, which is the first generation, and this is supposed to be a low-end processor, but actually I was able to do quite a lot of things with this processor, including full HD gameplays, which is pretty amazing. I mean, it's a Core i3. It's supposed to be a low-end, a budget processor, and I was able to do all of these things, including, of course, 1080p 60 video rendering with a 4:1 ratio, which is just awesome as well. So I got to my course and I was surprised because they were giving out a machine with a Core i5. Now, the Core i5 we're talking about is the model 2310, which, let me just put the microphone down a little. So this is the Core i3 2310. It's a second generation CPU. You can't see very well there because of the rolling shutter. The phone is supposed to have a rolling shutter detection. But that's it. It's the Core i5 2310. And this is the motherboard that came with it. Of course, it's 1155 because my Core i3 is 1156. We're talking about the socket. The only thing, though, that I will miss is the amount of SATA ports in the motherboard, because this one has only 4, while that one has 6. So on April 18th, I am going to take some money from a computer that I am putting together from a client, or a customer if you will, and then I will buy an expansion card to add in 2 or 4 SATA ports to it, and hopefully that will be just fine. Another thing, though, is that this motherboard only has 2 memory slots, apart from 4 from that one. Now here's the interesting bit. This processor, if we open up, I already tested it with using CPU-Z, and the score of the stress was around 4,000, which is pretty neat, not bad at all. But here's the deal. This guy is overclocked. Its base frequency is basically the same as this one, 2.9 gigahertz. This guy is overclocked to 3.7 gigahertz and is making just half as many points on CPU-Z as this processor is doing on stock. So you can really see how much of a performance improvement I get on it. Another part is that this is a non-hyper-threaded processor, which you can see right there. Have 4 cores, 4 threads, no hyper-threading. So all the cores that we got is all we get. 4 cores, wonderful. And that's basically it. What I want to do right now is, instead of just swapping my entire computer with this motherboard, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to bring my video card to this computer and run some games on it, do some video rendering tests and see how it performs, and I'm pretty sure it will perform better because it is an overall better processor. There's a Core i5 against a Core i3, I mean, what am I talking about? So that's it. I'm so glad I finally have my first Core i5 processor. I mean, these things are really expensive. Like, just for the processor, they normally ask like £500. And I was like, no way I'm gonna pay that much. I actually can't save enough money to have $500 just to buy the processor. How on earth am I going to buy the entire kit and a motherboard and all that thing? So yeah, finally. Wow. Yeah, and also, one thing that this doesn't get easy is that this also does not have any type of IDE connection, which is a bummer. That would really help me out. One thing that I want to check out though is the audio chip and see how it performs. I have to plug in something there. And of course, I could not resist myself on not playing Minecraft. And there's something very interesting about this. First, I had a better power supply that I got from the course as well. And the problem with it was that its fan, you know, the bearing of the fan was not lugged properly, and it was not running very well. So what I did is that I lugged the fan, put the power supply back together. I struggled to find an Ethernet card that actually worked, because Windows 7 was not recognizing the onboard LAN from this motherboard. So what I had to do is that I had to install an off-board LAN card, which actually worked. And I'm so sorry about the focus, but I'm having to hold a microphone and a camera at the same time, so both my hands are busy, so I don't have free hands to refocus the camera. So you can't hear me properly now, but I'll put the camera in the monopod. We'll put the microphone over here, and we're gonna play some Minecraft. So the thing is, the Minecraft is running at a setting that I would normally never play in my Core i3, and that makes sense because the processor is much better. Also, one thing that I want to comment about Minecraft is the world generation. Now, it goes like this. In a Java written application such as Minecraft, at least the standard Windows version, because the Windows 10 version was written in the .NET engine and is completely different from Minecraft standard for PC, for Windows 8 and previous. And it goes like this. The more powerful the processor is, the more interesting the terrain actually is. And for some extent, I think that actually makes sense. You know, in a game like Minecraft, like almost 80% of the processing of the game, apart from graphics, is made in the processor, because you know we have to crunch math numbers to generate the world and place all these blocks that you see around you. And here's the deal. If the terrain is very complex, I think that I forgot to mention this previously. I was saying that Minecraft it's like the more powerful the processor is, the more interesting the terrain is, and I think that was actually put on code on purpose, because if you think of it this way, if the terrain is very complex, low power processors will struggle to render the terrain, or just make the calculations to build up the world. So I think that was actually put on purpose. And I am actually very surprised with the performance that I'm having. And actually, it was actually not supposed to be a surprise, because this processor is basically 3 times better, or 2.5 times better than my Core i3 for some extent. And that's due to more cache, newer architecture. These processors these Core i5s are Sandy Bridges, so they are made in the 22 nanometer process, and so they take up less power, and I'm gonna die already. So the game is running pretty smoothly right now, because we are running the game on VSync. I've limited the frame rate to 80 FPS, and I have enabled VSync. This monitor is a 2 millisecond monitor, and its maximum refresh rate at its maximum resolution is 75, and as you can see, we don't have odd numbers in this bar. We only have even numbers, which is quite a bummer, you know. So, anyway, that's basically it. That's my first experience playing Minecraft in a Core i5, and I actually only returned recording because I really wanted to comment on that, which I believe is really quite interesting. So I'm gonna cheat here and get some stuff, because I've been playing this game for around 4 to 5 years, and I've seen this game runs on all sorts of ways. Bad ways, good ways, but this is by far the best experience that I ever had with Minecraft since I started playing this game in around, it was the end of 2011 when I got a decent computer to run this game, and I got a decent video card. It wasn't decent, you know, it was just about enough. So, next up we are going to try some idiot is just, oh god. We're gonna try to do some video encoding using Sony Vegas Pro, which is the video encoding software that I use for my video editings. So why don't we try that up right now, since we have the video driver installed, and we can probably make use of it. Let's start up Vegas Pro 13. This machine, the hard drive that this machine is using was installed in the Phenom Tri-Core machine. But one thing very interesting is that Windows 7 Service Pack 1 will actually reinstall every single driver for your computer if you happen to change your motherboard or processor or your entire architecture. And this is really something quite useful, because previous to that, like Windows 7 without the Service Pack 1, you will actually get a blue screen if you change your motherboard or processor. Well, processor is a little bit extreme, but if you change your motherboard, you'll get a blue screen if you try to boot up Windows 7 without the Service Pack 1. But on Service Pack Service Pack 1, it actually works fine, which is really quite a surprise. So here you can see that we have a 720p clip, which was imported into a 1080i timeline right there. And I want to try to render this video, but I want to change the preview to best full. And you can see that we have no frame dropping at all right there. No frame dropping. That's just wonderful. Really. Maybe I can try 4K, but I think well, 4K, it will be obliged to do it. Why? Because we have 3D acceleration. We actually have, you know, the GCN architecture from the video card. We also have the processor, which is a 4 core processor. Is a real quad core. This is my first real quad core, by the way. So why don't we try to render this video in 4K using some standard preset? I don't know. Match. We have no video preset that matches it, but we are going to use XAVCS. Well, we actually do. It's right over here. Intra, Phenom Documents, QFD, FHD, QFHD. And that's not very particularly fast, but if you know me, that's actually faster than what my core Core i3 would have done. For real. We are having a 4:1 ratio because the clip we're seeing is 30 seconds long, and it tells me it's going to take 2 minutes to render the video. So we have a 4:1 ratio. That's how I like to categorize my codecs and presets in Sony Vegas, like their rendering ratio and also their file ratio and quality ratio. That's like 3 points that I like to analyze in my codecs when I'm making them. And at the end, we are going to see how it looks like. But this is really much faster than what my poor little Core i3 would have done in the first place. Now, what I'm planning to do is to run what I'm going to do right now. Actually, let me just grab the microphone while it's doing it. What we're actually going to do is that I have enabled AHCI in the motherboard controller, and I'm gonna get this hard drive, since AHCI supports SATA hot swapping, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to hot swap a hard drive. Start it up, plugged in, and we should see the new hard drive popping up in a few seconds there, or maybe a few minutes. Now let's check out the video and see how it looks. See how it plays as well. And the video plays just fine, as I expected. Oh man, I can't describe how glad I am by having a Core i5. I mean, it's magical. So sometimes it takes a little while for it to recognize the hard drive hot swapped, but normally it always happens, and it's like it's certain to happen. I think it's doing it. Computer froze a little, or not. Aw. Sometimes when it doesn't do like this, I suspend the computer and put it back in, like put it back on, because of the hybrid suspension mode that Windows 7 SP1 has. So in a few seconds the computer will shut off, but will not actually shut off. If I press the power button, the computer will instantly pop up back again. That's what I like about the hybrid sleep mode. And you can see that immediately we have it back there. No password required. And you can see that it's now installing the driver for a hard drive that I already did, and my mouse just died off. That's wonderful. Never had, man. If you really want to use wireless mice, just make sure that their battery is charged. For God's sake, it's a pain in the arse that your mouse just stops working randomly when the battery's low, or maybe the battery's not low. I don't know. It's not working anymore. We'll have to use a wired mice instead. Which is, by the way, something I hate doing. If the hard drive, if the mice is not of a good quality. So it should be... What? It's not detecting the mouse at all. Not even this mouse movement. Like, the USB is dead or something. Did the computer freeze? I think it did. So we'll make a full restart of the computer. Let's see if I can make my wireless mice work again. I hope so. It's actually plugged in. No, this battery's totally dead. Yeah, this one is working. Keyboard is not. There we go. Whew, that was pretty close. I'll tell you. that was immensely close. Now let's see what's on this hard drive. Oh, I unplugged it. No! Unplug the hard drive. Log off. No, it's all. Oh, come on. Okay, I totally forgot that this camera stops recording when it reaches 22 minutes, which is really quite annoying. So this is a 500 gigabyte hard drive, which is almost full. And now what else? We're going to format this drive. Let's go to the disk manager. And wipe this drive. We are going to download Fraps, and we're going to try to record some gameplays. I want to delete all of these. There we go. New volume. We should have a brand new partition to play around with. Now we're going to download Fraps, which I know where to download from. And we're going to record some gameplays. Hopefully we can do some quite interesting things. Fraps craqueado. Which is D, I believe. Yeah, new volume D. 29 something, stereo, and we should be good to go. What I have to do is that I have to put up a Java argument to make the game run in 720p. So edit profile, and resolution 1280 by 720 by 900, my ass. And we are going to try to record a 60 FPS gameplay. Alright, that's what I want to do. Let's just not make it run that one. Resolution i5, baby, that's the name of the world that I had there. I was so excited about the old i5 thing. It's normal, the game will lag a little once we open up the world. And I don't see the Fraps thing there. Where is it? If the game is gonna stutter like crap just because we're running in window mode. Yes, it will. Fuck me. So we'll have to capture the thing in 1610 because that's the resolution of the screen that I have here, and F9, and we are capturing video. Look at that. No drops in performance at all, and I'm using only a single hard drive. Isn't that cool? And the game is running at some pretty high settings. That's pretty good. I'm actually impressed. So we're capturing video. The video output is actually going to be 30 FPS, but the game is running just fine at 60 while we capture, and we're running around. This is something that really weighs it a lot, especially when we have I don't know if it's 12 or 16 chunks. I believe it's 16 chunks that we have loaded up. So stop, close the game, and now we're going to encode the video using Vegas Pro. Lovely. Love it. we're gonna have like black bars in the video, but at least we'll have an idea of how it runs. No, I don't want to close it. So video resolution is going to be, let me just take out the bus track. Video resolution is going to be 720/30. That's the resolution that we were recording. And on D we can import the video file just like that. Preview full. We got no resampling, and now we got to correct the levels because the levels are actually going to be compressed. Something I hate, but whatever. It's how Vegas Pro works. So we can try to play the video back, and it runs just fine as we thought. It's just beautiful. Alright, now we're gonna try to get a built-in preset and just render the output. We're gonna go with Sony AVC. And we're gonna do a few things. We're gonna divide this into 4 slices. CPU 4 slices like that, and encode. Go. Holy crap! My god! This is like a 50-second clip, and it's just swiping. It's just swiping through it. Holy cow! Oh my god! Wow! This is just amazing. Goodness. Oh. This has to be the best thing ever. I never thought that I would ever experience Vegas Pro swipe so quickly through a clip. Now let's see how that looks. It just swipes through it. No problems whatsoever. And it looks just like what I would have normally. Amazing. Truly amazing. I want to cry. I mean, you would probably think that I am overreacting to all this, but the truth of the fact is, I don't have money. I can't have pro gear. So what I do have, I earn with my own, like, humility. So having a game to run having this to run so fast is just undescribable. So what I'm going to do right now is that I'm going to force this screen to run at 1080p, which I can do. 5994, which is 60 FPS. Open up Minecraft or probably Half-Life and capture the video and just render the output and see how it goes. This is really going to be interesting. Because Half-Life 2 is a very light game. I mean, it came out 12 years ago, and still, it's a great looking game. I actually can't believe how good some scenes actually look in Half-Life 2. So beautifully rendered. The Source engine has to be really the pinnacle of all engines. Just apply that. Build to C. Cut a few things. Root canals. That's the name of the chapter that we are in. And we are capturing a 1080p 60, baby. You don't know how glad I am that this is actually working for real. No lagging. Like if I was still playing the game, not recording a thing. Fuck off. Get over here. Just... get off me. Get off! Oh. I can't believe we are recording a 1080p video into a single hard drive. It's a single 500GB hard drive. No SSD trickery here. And we got no performance drop at all. SV Infinite aux Power 1. So we can just go through things. And we're done. I just want to no clip through all this. And grab me. Thing here, and we're done. I just want to I want to stop right here and see how it's actually going to render the video in 1080p 60. 1080p 60 is really quite challenging to the processor because it's high resolution frames. We have a lot of frames in between. Look, you know, we have 60 of these frames each second, and the thing with Fraps that I like a lot is that we basically have uncompressed frames. So, and that's actually what limits people from capturing gameplay videos with this thing, is that it captures raw uncompressed video. Now, what codec should we try? I'm gonna encode this in 60i, just for the heck of it. Let's name it 60i. Seems well enough. The clip is 1.5 minutes long, and we have a 2:1 ratio, which is really quite good. And we're done. And a 1.5 minute clip took 4 minutes to render. Now let's see how the quality looks. I mean, this is a VCHD and it's interlaced video, so I don't expect like true quality, because the problem with a VCHD is that it's not very efficient, especially the built-in codecs that comes with Vegas Pro. But what I am actually going to try to do is that I'm going to try to render this in 1080p 30 FPS using the 4 cores, because I can slice the project into 4 slices, and then each slice is going to run in a single separate CPU thread. It's just amazing. So we're gonna go 1080p 30, and that's really quick. That's a 1/4 to 1. There we go. That makes more sense. Because it's not actually taking 3 minutes to do it. Let's see how the core usage goes. We're using almost 100% of all cores. Almost that. That's pretty good. I believe that this is going to be one of those 1 hour videos again. I'm so sorry about this, but I really can't make a short video about something that I find exciting, especially a new computer. And also a plus, between this motherboard and my old motherboard is that the video card uses a PCI 3.0 bus, while my old motherboard uses a PCI 2.0 bus, and this motherboard with a Core i5 has a 3.0 bus, PCI Express 3.0. So we should expect a little bit better of a performance for the video card as well. Man, it's just slicing through AVC. And if you don't know AVC, it's really quite a complex video codec, and it's just slicing through it. And we're doing it in 1080p. I mean, it's not 60 FPS. So next step will be to put this motherboard inside my computer. I'm not gonna record that because I'm out of patience to actually do it. Yeah, this is officially my new computer. And the Core i3, I actually don't know what I'm going to do with the Core i3, but I don't think I'm gonna just dump it out. It's really a quite good computer to simply throw it out. But I want to try to use, I'm gonna try to use some different codecs just to see how they compare. WMV, or Windows Media Video, which is a codec that I would like to use, but I don't use it very often because I don't know why, but as you can see right there how it's processing the frames, it quickly scans through multiple frames and it freezes for a while. As you can see there, estimated time left 5 minutes, and remember, this is a 1.5 minute clip. It's gonna take 5 minutes to go through it, and at the end it does not offer a very huge compression of value. Like, it's not a really good codec at the end. So we're gonna go with video for Windows, or AVI, and we are going to use VFW. Alright, we're going to use VFW. We're gonna go with 7 megabits. 1080 P30 VFW. Two minutes. Oh God. Are we using all the cores now? Just for the heck of it. Yes, we are. So that's basically everything I want to show you guys for today. That I got a new motherboard, I'm so excited about it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. This time is for real. See you guys later.